Hello and welcome to this video which shows the braided interview experience from the candidate's point of view. You're probably watching it because you're going to join a braided interview or because you're considering selecting the braided interview option for an upcoming interview. We're watching this from Amy's point of view, and she is being interviewed by Tina for a role as Innovation Lead at Braided Communications. So I'm going to explain as if I am Amy. First, I was offered a choice of how I'd like to be interviewed. I find traditional interviews really challenging, and I know that I don't perform at my best in those interviews. So I was delighted to have an opportunity to choose braided interviews where I don't need to worry about eye contact, etiquette, or being distracted. The invite email included the questions, so I've had some time to prepare. The email also included a link to join the interview, which brought me here when I clicked it. I was initially on a short video call with Tina. She knows the interview is on Braided, and she wanted to introduce herself in person so that I know I'm being interviewed by a real person. Tina explained that she'll turn off the video connection, then start the interview, and I'll see a countdown. This is because braiding is synchronous and needs to start at the same time for both of us, so it starts at the top of the next minute. So your countdown might be anywhere between 1 and 59 seconds. As you can see, all of this has already happened. I also saw that the interview is 30 minutes long, as I expected, and the braid duration is 2 minutes 30 seconds. So you can now see the interview started, and I've come into the first question or braid. I can see the question at the top of the braid exactly as I expected, and I have a window in which I can begin to type my answer. I have 2 minutes 30 seconds to type this answer. This is the braid duration that I mentioned earlier. The timer bar going across the bottom shows me how long I have left. I don't need to press send. The system will send what I've typed when the timer reaches the end. Now, I've obviously done some preparation here and already have my first answers to all 4 questions. But you can see that I'm typing, not copying and pasting, because Tina's explained that she'll have 2 minutes 30 seconds to read my answer and then come up with a follow-up question. So if I paste in too much, she won't have time to read it properly. Let's jump forward slightly to near the end of this braid. Okay, so you can see the timer bar reached the end and then the carousel rotated 1 step. It's now taken question 1 with my answer round to Tina, so she can ask a follow-up question, and I now have question 2 where I can start typing my answer. The same is going to happen for questions 3 and 4, so I'm going to jump forward so you can see what happens at the end of question 4. So here we are on question 4, and now it's rotated. I'm back on question 1. I can see the question, my original answer, and now I can see that Tina's asked a follow-up question. So I provide a follow-up answer, as you can see me start here. Now the same, of course, is going to happen in questions 2, 3 and 4. So let's jump forwards again. So here we are on question 4 again, and I've nearly completed my answer to Tina's follow-up question. Then we rotate again, and I'm back on question 1. I can see that Tina's read my response to her follow-up question, and I can see that Tina's now asked a further question, so I will now answer that. I can also see at the bottom a message telling me that this will be my last chance to say anything on question 1, so if I have a final point to make on this, now is the time to do so. As I'm sure you'll have guessed already, the same thing is going to happen on questions 2, 3 and 4. So let's jump right to the end to show you what happens then. So we're coming to the end here of question 4, the final part of the interview, and Tina's already told me that at the end of the interview I'm going to be sent to a specific web page, and this is what's going to happen in a second. She's going to send me to the Braided website so that I can read a little more about the company. At the end of your interview, you'll be directed to whatever page your interviewer chooses. Some interviewers use this to bring you back into a video call. Obviously, if they do that, they should let you know. So, thank you for watching and good luck with your interview.